Hey folks, Dave the Not So Evil Viking 13 here, and welcome back to my Let's Build project where I am rebuilding my original Fortress Sanctuary settlement. This of course was General Dave's pre-war home. Still no decisions on the name just yet. I think you guys are right, New Sanctuary is a little bit too simple, but I don't think Fortress Sanctuary is quite fitting what we have coming together here, because this really does feel like a thriving, living town. And as you guys can see down below, we're going to be working on a very important part of that town today, the schoolhouse. That is one tight spiral staircase. There we go. In a change from my original build, this won't just be a schoolhouse for the town, which of course any functioning rebuilt town would need, but it's also going to be an orphanage, a place where, well, orphans who have lost their parents out in the wasteland can have a chance to grow up in relative safety inside of the walls of whatever we're going to name this new version of Sanctuary. And of course, at a later date, they'll have a chance to join the Minutemen. Let's get the workshop open here, eventually. Great timing for the music drop there. Okay, got the power line already set up here. I'm going to go ahead and put some lights in because I do have the time of day cycle turned on right now, because I'm trying to get a few new settlers in here. I've got the Orphans of the Commonwealth mod installed, so if I can get a few more to show up with my charisma as high as it is, I have a, I think, 20% chance of some of them being kids. It's one of those things that I always forget about when I start building these large city-sized settlements. Is it's not just the building that I have to worry about. It's, you know, getting all of the settlers assigned to their roles and with the right outfits and stuff like that. And a lot of that just involves a lot of waiting on the game to do its thing. So, as I've been building on my own this weekend, there we go, there's some light. As I've been building on my own, I've been leaving the time unlocked and continuing with the hopes of getting a few settlers to show up that are kids. None yet. Oop, mark. Forward delete. Dictate. There we go. I've been going through as well and trying to get rid of a few of these extra props that I don't really need, much like the broken lights and the HVAC system, stuff that my settlers can't repair and rebuild. As you guys can see there, I've already gone through and boarded up all of the old holes in the house. I think for the furniture, we're going to go with the thematic and practical bunk beds. I think would work great. Although they do look kind of dirty. We'll just say that the mattresses are old, not dirty. I use the military style bunk beds all the time, so I want to use something different. So what I'm thinking, gonna have a large bedroom here for the orphans. That is crowded. With, of course, the bunk beds. Then a second bedroom slash playroom. Probably 2 bathrooms. And then this will be our basically one-room schoolhouse style setup. And like all of my build projects, at the end of the build for the final tour, there most definitely will be some secrets here at the schoolhouse. I've already got a couple of ideas in mind. So essentially, you guys are going to see me create the framework here, but you won't see all of the secrets. Oh, that's cool. The pillows have snap points. That's actually really helpful. I like that. This will also give me a chance to use that cool rocket ship carpet. I think I left, yeah, this window open purposefully. Let a bit of light in. We've got our storage closets back here. I think I'm going to leave them as closets. So in here we will have our heat source. We're going to have a potbelly stove kind of thing going on. Or could it actually be a traditional fireplace? That might look even better. Let's try a traditional fireplace. I think it's furniture. No, decorations. There we go. And we'll use the post-war but modern-looking fireplace. Love that light effect. I think I might just use a single hanging light bulb for our lights in here, guys. I'll do some different lights for the rooms, but for the main room, just a bright, simple light does the trick, I think. We're going to rearrange that playground too, I think, before we finish up the schoolhouse tonight. Let's go ahead and put some rugs down. Got our edge pieces there for the rug. Probably should have done this before we put the bed on the floor. Gotta turn the floor snapping off now, floor collision off. Let's do a green one and a blue one for the primary bedroom. There we are. And there's the rocket ship for the playroom. Can we snap those carpet edges to those, I wonder? No, way too short. I'm gonna move that light in there. Let's try a different light for the playroom itself. What's a nice homey light? Something comforting for an orphanage. Got the table lamps. Ooh. That's a bit intense. We do have those modern lights, but I really think a better fit might actually be under the Homemaker category. They've got some of those nice floor lamps. Yeah. I'm imagining... You don't want the class facing Main Street, that'll be too distracting. So this will be our activity corner with all the big windows. The teacher's desk will be up front. The reason I'm going with a one-room schoolhouse is because I think even a few years into this rebuilding here at Sanctuary, we wouldn't have enough kids and even organization and spare time and resources to have like separated grades and, you know, you've got your pre-K and high school. I think just the fact that we have education at all, any kind of organized education, even just simple arithmetic and history for all ages in the same classroom, with that one-room schoolhouse style, I think that's some pretty significant progress for the wasteland. So that's why I'm going with just the single-room schoolhouse. I think it's a cool effect. It makes sense. It's ambitious and something that the Minutemen can definitely be proud of. without being, you know, too organized for the apocalypse. I'm going to drop over to my new favorite mod, Creative Clutter. See what they have as far as desks go. Institute desk, pool table, post-war gamer's desk, post-war writer's desk, pre-war gamer desk, pre-war writer's desk. Whew, that is a lot of props, and I still have a number of things to build here. That'll be one of our main props for this structure, though. So we'll do the teacher's desk as the post-war writer's desk. Those floor tiles do come in handy for getting things lined up. Okay. Broken fridge. Knick-knack shelf. Medical storage. There's all kinds of great stuff in this mod. Nuka-Cola machine. Vim machine. Wasn't there a big discussion about soda machines in schools in real life a while back? I feel like a fridge would be perfect for the kids. But I kind of want to have the soda machine too. We'll just do a fridge. We'll do a fridge, yeah. And I'll add a sink, just a simple sink in the back corner. Probably next to the fridge, I'd bet. That's cool, it's got some stuff inside there. Post-war Jamaican Plains display case. Let's try the one without the light. Some relics from Jamaica Plains in almost perfect condition. Gonna shrink those glass walls down just one notch so they're not sticking out too far. Now for our activity corner. Do we have any tall bookshelves? I'll leave that up to do-it-yourself, I think. Which is a hilarious name to say. It sounds like I'm mispronouncing it. Let's get a big post-war shelf. And fill it full of book clutter. Ammo and weapons. Nope. Librarian storage. There we go. Absolutely love these new decoration mods. Hopefully they'll do the trick as I start to run low on FPS to keep building things. Can I put books on top? I can. Look at that. Of course, we have these shelves as well. Make sure I get them lined up correctly this time. So we'll use one of those. What is this nice little... Looks like a model boat. That's going to be a lot of polygons. Let's not go too crazy here. This one's not bad. I like the flower pot and the little patriotic statue. Minutemen approved. Speaking of Minutemen approved, you guys knew this was coming. Before we put our desks in, let's go for the flags. American, and of course, Minutemen. Shrink that down. Okay, 2 notches. Wow. Low ceilings in here. I'll do a save there. It's going to be cool to go back and compare this to my original schoolhouse. Now we've got a full working orphanage with no windows for the bedroom, I just realized in here. Don't want those kids escaping out the window when their Minutemen education is not quite finished yet. Going back to Homemaker, we should be able to find our desks. I think under furniture, and then is it surfaces actually? They're in a weird category from what I remember. I'm going to place one of these Institute terrariums because, as you guys will see, here in Sanctuary, the Minutemen are using a number of stolen bits of Institute technology to try and bring things back to life here in some small parts of the wasteland. Got those medium-sized desks, but I know the smaller kids ones are somewhere. Oh, here we go, guys. I almost forgot about our lockers. We gotta have some lockers going. Those two fit nicely in there. Wish I had room for this full-size one, but I don't think we do. How much steel did I just waste? Oh, 15. I've got... Oh wow, I've got 4,000 still. I'm good to go. Fit 2 in this closet. All these small little closets actually make for pretty great locker storage. Oh, come on, get in there. Then I can use some more home-like furniture pieces for the main part of the room. This takes care of a good chunk of our storage right there. Yep, and lockers over here too. What else could we use for storage? Oh, our lunch pails, of course. Gotta have those. Some countertops are gonna go in that activity corner. Just do a single lunch pail for now. Tilt it just right. Cool. Surfaces, counters and cabinets. kind of thinking this is like our science and activity learning corner. So we'll have some good sized cabinets. This is tricky with a low frame rate. There we go. Not bad. And one more over here. How did I manage to check that like 3 times and then still get it wrong? Also, why are there random cigars on the ground? Okay, let's find those desks. They're in here somewhere, I just know it. Aha, found it. Homemaker, but under chairs. I guess that makes sense. So let's see. I think I can get 3 rows in. Oh yeah. Very doable. How close can we get him now? I'll just leave the occasional walkway. So yeah, we'll do 2 tight rows and then a walkway and then 2 more tighter rows. And we're basically at the front door. Ooh. Space in here. Getting a little bit tight. Okay, there we go. Now for our last, I think back 2 seats here. I mean, how many kids are we going to have at one time? This last kid's got his desk a bit tilted. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. Crowded, but a very efficient use of space. Okay, what am I forgetting? For the main classroom, I'm gonna put a few pieces of decoration down at the activity center. I'll do my classic boxcar defensive door over this big window because I want to leave it as an option. Or they can just roll it open. Oh, the sink, that's right. I think it was going to be under Homemaker. Surfaces, furniture and then surfaces. Yeah. Counters and cabinets. We were looking for something when we got distracted in here before. Yeah, the activity center sinks. Well, we've got lots of cabinets and shop counters, but I don't think we have a good kitchen sink option. Because the big kitchen sections are just too big for in here. I really need just the sink. Yeah, these are like the whole kitchenette units. I wonder if I could do this though. Make my own sink. If I take this, and go back to the main miscellaneous furniture. Go past all of my animation rugs. There's some vault stuff at the very end here, including the sink. Let's see, is there a way to make this look good? That kind of works. It's like a science center sink. That's kind of cool, actually. All right. Then for our accessories, do a clean mirror out here. Well, unfortunately, guys, we did crash there, so I lost my custom sink, but I do like this bathroom mod one that has the dishes inside of it. Fits the just small, almost apartment-like sink for the corner of the classroom that I was looking for, so I'll just roll with that for now. Have to find some magazines to swap over to my shelf there. So I think where that leaves us, with most of the main classroom complete, except for, of course, some final pass posters, let's go back to the kids' room and clip things right into the wall, apparently. Let's add a few more pieces of decoration. Some toys on the shelf. Put our lamp more in the corner there. Let's give him a good couch, too. Okay. I think a table would fit in that corner still. Or I could use the matching chair and do it like this. What is that clipping onto? It's just going right through the ceiling. Thank you, toggle surface snap. Big old table in the corner. It's just, whenever I select it, it wants to snap to the ceiling for some reason. It's so crazy. Yeah, let's not do any more lights in here. I'm gonna have to start getting really picky about what I decorate with, guys. That's, I think, the first full crash I've gotten while working on this. But it will most definitely not be the last. Okay, so dressers there. This is kind of a broken version. Give these kids some lockers. Those rugs are floating just a bit and it's bugging me. There we go. Put a shelf up. I don't like two of those dressers side by side. Let's find something a bit different. Got the hamper in the living room already, or the hallway actually. What's a nice piece of decorative home-like furniture for the orphanage? There we go, a fancier dresser. We can put a small decoration on top of that. For now, let's go for a painting. Or two. Just what the kids love. Landscapes and lighthouses. What's a more kid-appropriate painting? There we go, a sailboat. It's a little bit more exciting. And some kittens. And a puppy. We also need some kind of piece of furniture for in here as well. Gotta have our painting of Mr. Washington somewhere in the main classroom. Kinda want to move that magazine shelf out of the way. Make room for Mr. Washington. There we go. Oh yeah, our bathrooms don't have any lights. What piece of furniture would work well in here? How big is that dresser? That's pretty good size, actually. Oh, it'll go back into the corner, though. That's not terrible. That is still bugging me, though. Indecisiveness all the way down. I'll go with the vault style instead. Just means we gotta move our puppy painting up, resize it a bit. There we go. Not the most depressing place in the world. Not the most fun looking either. It's a good balance, I think. Order and safety, right guys? Order and safety. I'm a bit nervous now, so let's go ahead and do a quick save. I'm not going to put any decorations on our workstations over here just to save on frame rate. I'm actually rethinking that terrarium. Any kind of glass texture is a big hit on frame rate, and I still have to put a plant inside of it. We've got that potted plant up front on the teacher's desk. That's enough plant examples. Give me my frame rate back. Now don't store. Let's just scrap it. Yeah, that opens the window up a bit too. I'll show you guys how I'm going to put the bathrooms together here. I'll just do one though, because it might take longer than I'd like to record for if my frame rate's going to keep going back and forth to do both of them. But the plan is to use these nice thin wooden walls right here as our dividing walls. And let's put this one on this wall right here. We'll have one main door on the bathrooms and then some curtains. Everyone's going to have to sign up for assigned shower times. But hey, I mean, you're in a pre-war, if a little bit rusty, reconstructed house. You've got a working shower, water fountain, and toilets. Can't complain too much, right? So for the curtains, I'm going to go out to Homemaker. Decorations, miscellaneous, interior. Okay, curtains should be... There's the big curtains. There we go. Small curtains. One curtain there. Might keep it simple, again, just because gotta pick and choose my decorations here. Might not do any more detailing than that for the bathrooms. Outside, of course, of adding things like the mirrors and toilet paper. I mean, there's a line, right? Gotta have some detailing going on. Paranoid quick save once again. While I'm here, I can place some of the toilet paper. I saw it snap to the wall for just a second. Awkward placement, but it's not wanting to hit onto the wooden walls, so whatever. Oh yeah, we gotta have our bulletin board for the classroom. Only question's going to be where. No room here for it on the bookshelf. I might put this magazine shelf down here. Where could the bulletin board go? I've literally left no wall space. We got the fire, the TV, the George Washington painting. Here. Oh, the door's gonna crush if I put it back there. Let's do this. Put him in here. Put the door outside. And then our bulletin board up front. That works quite well, I think. Got Mr. Washington hiding behind the Minutemen flag. Seems appropriate. So there's our basic bathroom setup. If we go back under basic furniture, under accessories, we can put some of the mirrors in. I think just one mirror for each bathroom, even though the second one has 2 sinks. And we'll do a clean towel hanging off of the hook. Someone's been doing their laundry like they're supposed to. Let's go out back for a minute. In the dark, apparently. Take a look at our playground here, which runs down the back secure wall. Turn on extra object selection. There we go. Just want to organize this a bit better. Sand pit. That's cool. It's even got the toys attached to it. Where's a flat spot's the next question. Okay, the sand pit's gonna have to go there, so sorry, Geodome. You gotta go back here. We've got our seesaw. 2 seesaws actually, and a few of these spring riders. And a second swing set. Put that right here where the bare spot is. That works well. Another seesaw right here. Don't think we need 3 of the spring riders. Let's just go with the 2. Do them nearby so they can race them. That's a pretty sweet post-apocalyptic playground, if I do say so myself. Okay, another paranoid quick save. I've already got the fence here. There's going to be a sign that goes over the door, but I'm not sure which one I'm going to use just yet. So I think all that leaves is on the side porch a few tables for activities. Ooh, I did forget something. I need to put some chalkboards in the classroom. Gonna have to move the bulletin board again. Right after I found a good place for it. So what I'll do, put the bulletin board over here. Mr. Washington goes back onto this wall. Because I want the chalkboard up front, and these flags are going to go in the back of the classroom so they're not blocking everything. Man, I really can't decide what I'm doing here. Let's move these flags closer in. Bulletin board for announcements will go here. There is a reason why I want the chalkboard to have the better position. But you guys won't get to see it until the final tour. Let's turn off extra object selection before I accidentally scrap the entire house around us. Decorations. Miscellaneous interior. There's that chalkboard. I'm gonna actually resize that quite a bit. We're gonna have a good sized chalkboard. Beautiful. I think almost everyone can see that, right? Sad that the chalkboard is what's hanging me up here, guys, but I really want it to be at the front of the class. Yeah, let's just cover the window with it. We've got plenty of windows in the back of the classroom. That works really well, actually. So I'll put our bulletin board over here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So that means I can, excuse me, fencing, scrap our boxcar door. Let's put some doors in and call it a day, I think. How about this? Let's do doors and then just a poster or two. And I'll edit that down some because it will take a while to get through all the posters. Got the blue house here, so I'm going to go with a blue door. And for our bathrooms, let's see what Homemaker offers for doors. I think they have some of the original pre-war style doors for these houses. Yeah, closet door. One of them's sliding, I think. Yeah, so if I do this one like that, this one like that. That one like that. And this one like so. That looks really good. Yeah, perfect. General Dave's Orphanarium and Schoolhouse. Speaking of General Dave, let's see, wall decorations, posters. Got our assorted papers for the cork board. Don't want the rum posters. Map of Boston. That's actually quite useful. Hope I'm wearing some protective gear. I had my hard hat on at the beginning. Got our medical sign for the med kit. Scribbles. Torn version of the Join or Die poster. Oh, these are some cool miscellaneous decorations. Holotape rack, pirate flag, hanging wreath. Oh, that's really cool. Naval signal flags. Oh, there we go, guys. A decoration for the activity corner. Signal flags. Useful for General Dave's up-and-coming Navy. Train them while they're young. And finally, for our decorations, let's go to settlement keywords expanded, artwork, posters vertical, small posters, advertisements, propaganda. Deliver the goods. That's what I'm looking for here. Yep. I like this design for the Minutemen flag poster. Just put one in the hallway here. And you guys will have to wait until the final tour to see what else goes in here. For now, I'm going to stop there for now. Hope you guys have enjoyed this build process for the Orphanarium and Schoolhouse. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.